You're going to be asked to find the equation of a best fitting line. Now here's what's going on. You have a scatter plot, which are those blue dots there on the graph. And then you have a line that fits through the dots. Now you'll notice that in this line, above the line and below the line are about the same number of dots. They're about the same. And also the dots go in this direction along with the line. It would not be okay for us to draw a line like this. Whoops. Bad color, for us to draw a line like this because it doesn't go in the direction of the dots. We really need our line to go in the direction of the dots themselves, and also to have about half of them above and half below. It wouldn't be good for us to put a line like this either because then all the dots are above it. So when you're drawing a line, that's what you need to focus on first. Okay, then our job is to come up with the equation of this line. Now, to come up with the equation of the line, remember we need our slope and our y-intercept. So we need y equals mx plus b. Now neither one of those things are all that obvious. So let's first start by finding our slope. To find our slope we need 2 points and we'll put them in a table. Now the 2 points that I pick are not going to be part of this blue dots. Okay, I really don't care about the blue dots. What I care about is this line. So you could even almost just say let's get rid of the blue dots and not care about them at all and just focus on the line itself. No more blue dots. Okay, now you don't really have to get rid of the blue dots. It's a waste of your time. But when we're doing this, we're ignoring the blue dots, pretending like they're not even there. What I am doing, however, is I'm looking for where does this line cross the grid. Okay, so there's a really good spot. Now that point right there, x is, if I follow it down, x is 50. And if I follow it over, y is also 50. So that's one of the points that I'm going to use, 50, 50. Okay, then I need another point. Now you'll notice none of these other spots where it's by the grid actually go through the grid. So unfortunately we can't pick another spot that actually goes through the grid. Instead, I'm going to pick one that goes pretty nearly through the grid. So I'm going to go with that one right there. That means my x value is 40 and my y value is also 40. Okay, so these are going to be the points I'm going to use to figure out my slope. So I go down 10, and over here I go down 10. My y over my x gives me negative 10 over 10. My slope is actually going to be 1. So I get y equals 1x plus b. Okay, then I want to figure out my y-intercept. Now my y-intercept, I'm going to take a temporary solution, and you should probably use one of the points you used for your slope. Use one of those and plug them in. Both x and y are going to be the same. Okay, doing my math, 50 equals 50 plus b, subtract 50. Okay, 0 equals b. So my y-intercept is 0, so I get y equals 1x plus 0, or just y equals 1x. Now if I continue this line on, I'm going to see it actually looks like it might go a little bit below 0. So, you know, but I'm okay. Right now it's just kind of an estimate of what that line is. An actual calculator would give you a better estimate. Would be a better way of doing this. So instead of that, we've got our estimate of y equals 1x, but it's pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty close to being at 0. Now, if I came up with, let's say I came up with 40 for my y-intercept, my line is nowhere near 40, and so I know I did a mistake. So you should always double check and make sure it looks like it could go through that point. And my slope looks like it could be 1 over 1. And then I feel pretty confident about my answer.